Na Chairman Wontumi lawyer Andy Appiah-Kubi nanu fiada wade nsem koto court nanim se wonjinem emfa ma Chairman Wontumi se lawyer emfa eye illegal mine kwedu ayede abono fa Samreboi dwumedi ade ekoso wo ko ma ode koto high court e won kramantam nanim no enejuwe no court no ede anoyie aba Kontonchi media so enimu nkoso ana mu ndi echi wa bra mede emu enchemu ne update aba beto jenina eba beto manim subscribe channel no like video no share mo afofro so enye bi enhwe notification bell no boso send e be ya update bi e beba video bi e be post no obetimi enye bi ahwe Lawyer Andy Appiah-Kubi eyemranimni ema Chairman Wontumi na wo yemrahebedwani ewo Ashanti Achem North ena wojinem ede ama Chairman Wontumi for case ekoso eye illegal mining activities ekoso ewo ye Samreboi importem wonom ma ye de Chairman Wontumi akogina emra no enim no wonu na ejina mu se emranimni sabre no enanu freada no wade nkrata ekoto high court ewon kramantam enim say we dey of file application se sabre no Wontumi enginemu emma Chairman Wontumi se emnemra nimni ebiem efa case efa Samreboi no eho enti court no enhwe na sajinaye no na wosi na se court no ebediatum anase womu engine tumu no emranimni se de enti e wo gina so na wo free eye case ni se de ekoso no nebu enyoso ewo konum anuoma bia ekoso court konum no emwa no kra na asemi ekoto eye high court won kramantam nanim no enejuoi womo de anuyi aba ne nsem na wo kan womo se womo njintum eye court no court ne se wonji entum asabre no oda ho gina mu se emranimni ema Chairman Wontumi na nsemi se ne esitia no ena court no ede anuyi aba no court no ejina se a wotu no anasa na namo a wotu no wasi wo emra kwanso ne nkrata mu no lawyer Andy Appiah-Kubi eda ho aginem se emranimni ema Chairman Wontumi ejise lawyer Andy Appiah-Kubi ayensosoye fofre famra kwanso na court ni jutum se ene anamo na wotu no obetimi etu ansana wesini ginesie anase wofirimu se lawyer ede ama Chairman Wontumi wasi court no enya fa sa enyinasie no maye ne de wo mo nkrata mu no wada ho eyemranimni ema Chairman Wontumi na tenti ena ehia se development ba obetimi enye bi ahwe wo oman Ghana yemramu no sa emranimni bi ejinemu ema obi se lawyer ansa na onikro no ebefirim no ejisa wode nkrata akwoto court nanim enti wode nkrata akwoto court nanim a eya adesrede no wode kọ ese court no enginemu na womumwa ne sene ebeya na adesrede no betimi abem enti adesrede no se court ni jutuma enu na eba abeye adwuma ama wo asem bi aka wo ho a obetimi aka sa wodi adesrede kwoto court nanim na se court no anye antuma ene enu ne sa no wontimi nya bibia emfa ho eji se wodi adwuma na sa wokoso a eye adwuma no enti sa na lawyer de no akwakoye court ne se ni emotion na wosikiye sanka wo pese wo firim se mranim no court no enya njintu mu enti wodato aye lawyer ema Chairman Wontumi ade bia so efa court ho bia no yenim se emra ebata ho a emra no ene bekira wo de wose wo ye ensemi a ekoso yi efa Chairman Wontumi aba beye national issue esense yenim se nsem no efa oman Ghana ho ene esanso fa galamse a aba beye akosem kase pa wo man mu se yebetumi etu ase esese yensu ensua ena afe esese yensase eho sabre dia assembly no koso a ekoso na office of attorney general and minister for justice womo so de nkrata aba betujo a womo se lawyer Andy Appiah-Kubi na ginesie na wesi no womo engintum ewoko ejise bibi efa nkrata asem hu bia no wakokoye nina wo emra kwan so enti wo yinina wo emra kwan so dia ene wo so womo betimi ade atum na sabre ya wonkoye bibia wo emra kwan so no wodi aba betu court nanim se wo sere no wontimi entu sa na mo nanim ya no ejise court no age atum
Counsel.
Good morning.
Yeah. The court has heard part of the, let's say, the AG's preliminary legal objection. And effectively, the court is saying that your application is alien to the court.
That's right.
And it's incompetent. And same has been dismissed. What's your immediate reaction?
Well, law is growing, so we should be patient to learn the law, even in situations of difficulty. But we relate to precedent at all times. And you remember that the civil procedure rules are different from the criminal procedure rules as we operate in the courtroom. But in the case of Republic versus Dufour, it was determined that case management, which was part of civil procedure, be adopted by the court. And since then, we have all adopted case management, which is part of civil procedure. And in law, whatever is excluded should not necessarily be included. But it does not also mean exclusion in another area of law. So once the courts have adopted part of civil procedure, there's a presumption that other parts would be appropriate if invoked. And in a recent case of Mrs. Gertrude Tokonu versus the Attorney General, counsel wrote a piece of letter to inform the court of his withdrawal of services. But the court considered that inappropriate and inadequate, and therefore requested a proper procedural approach. Learning from that, and in the response to counsel then, the court said that this is inappropriate. And the court did not emphasize it is inappropriate in civil situations. It said it is inappropriate to address the court this way. So learning from that direction, we also believe that as a court of records, we should properly inform the court of the reasons why we are withdrawing our services, and also inform all parties of such reasoning. Indeed, part of the argument of the court was that we did not serve our client, the accused person. And it is demonstrable, even in the court, that notwithstanding our intention to withdraw, we have stayed glued to our client even till today. And even on a day like this, we announce ourselves as representing our client. So the withdrawal of representation would be subsequent to this action, not before, for generating a reason to inform him before we come to court. And he did not also, even though he was in court, object to our decision to withdraw, giving a presumption that he has adequately been informed of our intention to withdraw, and we do so now that notice has been served on him and on all parties and even the public. What remains to be done is for me to file a notice of withdrawal pursuant to today's arguments. So the notice of withdrawal gives also the client opportunity to engage another counsel.
I think it is where the judge, in fact, that the court had an issue with you, that once you are withdrawing the services of your client, he's the one that engaged in, not the court. Obviously, clearly inform your client, and the client can even inform the court that my lawyers are no more representing you.
Well, either way, we come to the same deliverable. Is that not the case? That the legal services have been withdrawn. So whoever provides information, I think it is ethical, rather, for the lawyer to do that and explain why, for the court to understand the disengagement, rather than for the accused person to come to court and inform the court that my lawyers have withdrawn. I think we wanted to do the better thing for the court to appreciate why, and also to demonstrate our commitment to our client up to now. And the words of the judge say that you have abandoned. Do you see any abandonment in the relationship that I have with my client? The answer is no. I have not abandoned him. But it is for reasons like what happened today that I wanted officially the court to be informed of decisions that we have taken as counsel. So we have not abandoned him. We are with him now. We will stay with him until we file the notice of withdrawal officially, and then he be given the opportunity to engage another counsel to come and prosecute the matter. You see, we have a lot of complaints, that is why. And in fact, the complaints are in the affidavit. And because people do not want the affidavit to come out and explaining why we are withdrawing, I'm saying that I am disappointed with the performances in the court. That is why I'm withdrawing. In any case, I filed a notice of appeal against the ruling on the submission of no case in the Court of Appeal. And this was as far back as 18th of March 2026. And up till now, today, the registry cannot get hold of the docket to be able to prepare the documents to remit to the Court of Appeal. So we have not been able to even settle records 3 months down the line. And if we expect a goodwill from the bench, is it the way to go? Is this how we operate? 3 months, having filed a notice of appeal, I filed additional grounds of appeal, everything, we're done. We expect that we will settle records. By now, maybe the appeal will have been heard. 3 months. The docket is still in the court. You can't get to the registry for records to be settled. And is this justice or is it an attempt to frustrate the hearing of the appeal? This is one of the reasons why we are also withdrawing. And today, you were in court. You saw what happened. The court is now becoming the bailiff. I was served by an officer of the court sitting a notice of preliminary legal objection. And is this done? Ordinarily, bailiffs are not supposed to even serve parties in the courtroom. We are served outside the court. And indeed, when I have indicated my address, you serve me in the place that I have indicated on record as my address. But this is the court serving me rather than the bailiff serving me. So,
one thing that many have spoken about was the timing in which you are intending to withdraw your services.
Yes.
One of the things that happened was the fact that if you disagree with the comment and then the posture of the judge,
we have filed the appeal, and the appeal that we have filed, what has happened? The appeal is dead and sleeping because somebody is refusing to release the file for the registry to mobilize the documents for transmission to the Court of Appeal or for us to even settle records.
What is your next step?
My next step is to withdraw officially by notice to the court that I have withdrawn. And if it is the case that the court will not allow him enough time to engage counsel to continue with the prosecution of the matter, I leave it to the public to determine, and to the judge also today.
Evidence is over.
I cannot say so.
The court said
I cannot say so. At any point in time, a new counsel comes in, he thinks that he wants to prefer further evidence. He has a right to make an application for recall of witnesses or for a call of new witnesses. And he needs to also study the brief and be able to deliver his address to the court. And in all this, why are we rushing him to give him judgment when we have not exhausted the procedural opportunities?
All right, thank you.
Kontonchi media so eni monkoswa na muni echi sani ebeya update bia yensa ebeka no musumu benye bi ahwe esanse weinu efa court nsem abrebia no court tumi fra asem no etina so nti update bia ebeba no yeso ye de beba betumanim subscribe channel like video no share ma foforo enye bi enhye afi notification sign no boso se de ebeya update bi a de beba ne videos bi a ye be post no ubetimi enye bi a share meeting ene mame ajwa eson yadamuasi.
Wow! And the queen at Shirem Hima Metsuahu Ubeka Chosama Shushamakohu SNG Electricals Limited Eniama Papenie and Kania Papa Netam Huasiano SNG Electricals Limited Ahankwa Ena and Kania Papa Cable Sahodo and Yama Babua Fee no answer hotel no Ubenya bi ato Entisa Wusu Fee no a free Ashasia Ebewie ye en kane ahonsam nyina ne kwan akane abefa so abefie ho na ofie ho ayefe no eye SNG Company Limited na mekanfo e de ama wo pachaw enei cables ahodo pinti enkofo aso moja pade awie no na gya to mahye no SNG adwene wo ho yakofa cables papa ne ahodo efri US Europe na afi local ones enso ewa ha eno nti efri wo dan no ahyase ekosi so be wiasiesie fie na bontene ene ne dem ekosi canes ehon kane ne ho cables papa switches papa de pacha wo pa eye SNG Electricals Limited. Wow, eba cables a ye what tropicals and afa cable metals different kinds different types ye wo pa bia de hia ne se wo beba ha main switches enso ewa ha SNG ankasa ewo SNG sockets SNG switches SNG lights na ye papa se makano na sanso na etie afa yemra fie wai o de cables ahodo ni nyina atwenka ne papa ne be fie ho beda na fie wa ye fe na ye kama efi hall ho wo pe hall light papa nka ne ade siesie hall ema obi wura dem ho an yem hye ka se wa wura baabi hotel anasa he pacho benya bi ewa ha ye wo kana lights ahodo bedroom lights ahodo bedside lights ni nyina ebi ewa ha kire se eba nkane a bra ha ye wo lights ahodo a ebo dem ho no na fan esan so ka ho a kire se auto light no a wato fan eniema ahodo a wa ha mintimi mubo ni nyina seba enkane a ho nsem so obetwe kane a ba ofie wa wunya problem benya cables papa na wanya nkane a papa enko kache fire enko fa jasihie bia amrawo a eye SNG Electricals Limited achirem hima de mabehu idie mekoso akamfo ama se eba electricals efri wodan na hyase se ubewie nya nkane papa air conditions papa nyema papa ede asiesie mu de a eye SNG Electricals Limited me pacho ubehu yen ewo Kumasi dote Bola Junction ye ben Akate Farms me pacho freyen ewo 0242 220050 and 020 3392 333 SNG Electricals Limited, quality assured.